dating intentionally was very lonely for her. And how when you date with intent, it does help to block out a lot of noise. It helps you to prevent wasting your time. It does help you to prevent getting hurt, but it can leave your phone a little bit dry. Your phone might be dry. Yo, party people, it's Ashley of SingleWomanChronicles.com, where being single is a beautiful choice rather than a miserable circumstance. I don't know about y'all, but is January longer than a month or what? Like, we still have a week left in January. How? This is the longest 6-month I've ever seen. Like, what is going on? Like, but it makes me think about last year. We was like, it went January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Like, it just flew by after that. But this month has been very long. Like, oh my God. But I've also been doing a lot this month. As far as discipline wise, I'm the type, when I set goals, I actually do them. I don't necessarily set New Year's resolutions, but it is something about the new year that causes you to reflect and take inventory over your life and figure out like what needs to change, what can I do better, how can I make this year the best that it has ever been. So that's what I've been doing. So I have done dry January. That will continue. I'm definitely going through February as well. I didn't die. um, I really wasn't craving alcohol like that. Honestly, there was an open bar situation that happened over the weekend that I had to like, whew, okay. But I made it. I have also been reading my Bible more, definitely meditating on God's word day and night. I realized that not drinking helps to do that because like sometimes if you go out and you drink at night, it gets a little shaky when you're reading your word, right? So that has definitely helped me to stay awake long enough to read my word at night. So yeah, this has been a very long month, but very educational. I feel like I've been very intimate with God, which is something that I wanted and have been cultivating for years, and it's finally happening. I don't think I've ever been this in alignment with God. I feel like I've mentioned that before, so that feels good, but I am ready for January to be over, mostly because it's too cold. This is the coldest winter Atlanta has ever had since I've been living here. I'm 35. I've been living here since I was 14. I have never seen it, felt it this cold before, and I needed to stop. I needed to get out. I don't want to live in New York. I don't want to live in Chicago. That's why I don't live there. I am just not the girl who likes cold. I don't. You know, when they be like, oh, I would rather 10-degree weather than 105-degree weather. I never say that. I would rather 105, okay? Because I could just take my clothes off. I don't like it. Like, I'm not rocking with it at all. So I'm definitely ready. I was looking at the forecast this week for Atlanta, and it's looking like it's getting hot in here. It's looking like 60 degrees starting on Wednesday. So I'm looking forward to that. Just looking forward to not running up my light bill because that light bill, I am scared to see my light bill for January. I am frightened. I was looking at the daily. Y'all, I live in a studio. My bill was already $130 last month. Well, this month. I checked it and I had a $10 day. Like one day I used $10 of energy. Just one day. Do you like I already know it's gonna be like 2 something. Like, what is going on? They are overcharging. This is ridiculous, but that's neither here nor there. I was cold. I was gonna listen. Okay. So let's jump into today's topic. Today's topic is just something that I wanted to speak on because I mean, I don't think a lot of people talk about it, but is dating intentional? Is dating intentionally beneficial? Is it beneficial? I hear that not root word. I hear that I've been writing. So when I write, sometimes my brain kind of like I've already put so much into writing, so I don't have any more words left to give you right now. So excuse me, excuse Bridges and his coughing. I'm sorry. Anyway, so it's this popular word, intentional. Well, this popular concept, intentional dating. It has been a buzzword. That's what I was looking for. It has been a buzzword for the past few years. Everyone's like, I'm intentionally dating. I'm intentionally dating. And it just made me wonder, like, is that beneficial to everyone? Does everyone benefit from intentionally dating? Because what does it even mean? What are the benefits? Like, what's going on? So we're going to get into that today. The reason I even thought to do this topic was because this chick on TikTok, I do not know what reality show I know this girl from, but I know her from some reality show. But I enjoy her content. Her name's LaBrittany, and I'm going to plug her video in. And yeah, she just talked about how dating intentionally was very lonely for her, and how when you date with intent, it does help to block out a lot of noise. It helps you to prevent wasting your time. It does help you to prevent getting hurt, but it can leave your phone a little bit dry. Your phone might be dry. Okay, like, it might be dry. So I believe that depending on what season you're in your life, dating intentionally may not be beneficial for you. So keep watching. Don't bite my head off. If you in the comments and you only saw this little clip, shut up, because you don't know what I'm about to say. Unless you watch the full video, do not comment. Some people gonna still comment. I don't really care, but I'm going somewhere. Okay, I'm going somewhere. Before I get into that, have y'all watched Wags? So I used to watch Wags back in the day. I watched both seasons. I watched the ones when there was a lot of Wahite women on there. And I watched the one where it was black women, because I think that one was in Miami, and Ashley was on that one. Darnell was on that one too. I don't know why she didn't come to this one. I really like Darnell. She was the girlfriend of a Dolphins player. But yeah, Wags is out on Netflix, and I've only watched 2 episodes. And I don't know if I'm getting older or just my taste is changing, or both, but that type of TV just don't excite me like it used to. I remember back in the day, every Monday, Love and Hip Hop, I'm locked in. Even now, like, Love and Hip Hop, I watch it as background. Like, I'll watch it at work while I'm doing something, and I just want something in my ear. But I don't know, that type of TV just don't really, but I feel like it's a lot of mean girling going on, but I do understand that in order to produce drama, there has to be some type of mean girl stuff going on, I guess. I don't know, but Sherelle is turning my tummy. I liked her at first because I watched The Selling Sunset with her, and she seemed cool on that. She just seemed very about her business, but now it just seems like she feels like she's better than everybody, and I don't like that. The other thing that was crazy to me was how, back in the day, and this is me being real with y'all. Back in the day, I wanted to date, a lot of women did, but back in the day, I used to be like, ooh, I want to date an athlete, I want to date a ball player, blah, 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 and I've gone on dates with some, but now, no. Like, I don't want to do it, because, like, the expectation of them cheating on you, the expectation of them having all these kids. Because, like, you heard some of the women, like, I'm his 10th baby mama, I'm his 7th baby mama, I'm his 4th baby mama. And it's like, excuse me? What in the lack of self-discipline is going on here? I think a lack of self-discipline in a man, in anybody, period, is a red flag. Hold on, let me drink some water. Yeah, I think when you see somebody who got kids going on like that, they have a lack of self-discipline. So more than likely, they're not going to be faithful to you, because they can't even be faithful to their own genes and kids that's just going on around here. It's just kind of like, what is going on? So yeah, I'm not trying to judge somebody. We listen and we don't judge, but that's just a lot going on. I just know I couldn't do it. I'm not judging. I'm just saying I'm like, that's crazy. I already told y'all my ears turn off if I'm talking to somebody and they tell me they have more than 2 kids. Because one is already like, because I don't have any. One is already like, 2 is like, 3 is like, la 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 la. I'm no longer listening. I don't understand. Because I understand, like, by the way, I've been rewatching Power, okay? And I'm on season 3 when Angela started meeting the kids, and when she's dating this married man, she has to date his whole family. And so now the kids is over her house, and she got 3 kids now. Like, girl, you got 3 kids now. So just think about it. Like, you've been living your whole life like it was golden, and instantly you start dating a man, he got 3 kids. Now you got 3 kids. That's crazy to me. Argue with your mama. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. It's just not for me personally. But it works for some people. Like, I have friends who have blended families and they knew that they were capable. But my only thing is, date at your tolerance level, date at your capacity. That's the word I'm looking for. Date at your capacity. If you know that dating somebody with all them kids is not for you, don't do it. Because the last thing you want is, what I do hate to see is when people will date a guy who has kids or date a woman who has kids and make it seem like it's their kids. Like, oh, them your kids. Oh, them your kids and this is ours. It's like, no, that's y'all kids now. And that's how I think in my mindset. So shifting back into intentional dating, like, when you're intentionally dating and you're dating people out here, because I'm 35, so of course the people I meet, a lot of them will have kids. Like, I have to ask myself, is that what you want? Is that something you want to be a part of? Because these will become your children too. And no, you won't be like a full mother, but you have to look at them as your family and treat them as such. Because I would hate to go into a blended family as a kid and not feel like I'm a part of them. It's like, oh no, I feel like a stepchild. Like, I feel it, you know? So that's my little 2 cent with wags. But anyway, let's get into today's topic. I'm going to plug the video.
Dating with intention is so boring. We gotta know that most people we meet are only here for a good time and not for a long time. All 2024, I dated with intention. Decenter men to accomplish some goals that I set for myself. And it was a beautiful year. It was also a very lonely year. Although I do think it's very important to take the time to set those intentions and learn what you want in a relationship. That way, we aren't out here just dating blindly. We aren't expecting hubby material from a man that's only here for dinner, drinks, maybe a good vacation or 2. So now that I've taken the time to set those intentions, it's so much easier for me to spot what someone's intentions are with me, and I know what my intentions are with them. I got one life to live. I'm not getting no younger, and I like to have fun. And if a man happens to come along that checks off every single box when it comes to what I'm looking for in a long-term partner, then I will handle that with care. At the end of last year, I went on my first date with someone outside of my race. So this should be pretty interesting. My best advice is date, have fun, but also don't be a fool. Know exactly what this person is here for and don't expect nothing more or nothing less.
Okay, so is dating intentionally beneficial? So she made a lot of points. And I just want to define what dating intentionally is. The AI definition that I got from Google is as follows. Dating with intention means approaching the dating process with a clear understanding of what you want in a relationship, actively seeking out partners who align with your values and goals, and prioritizing quality connections over quantity. Essentially, dating with purpose rather than passively hoping for someone to develop. So for me, because I have been dating intentionally for years, and it is very dry. It can get really lonely. It can test your faith. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. It can test your faith. So it definitely does help you to weed out people quicker. It definitely does help you to avoid wasting your time, but it definitely does limit you from a lot of situations you may find fun but empty. Okay. And I'm not going to lie to you. In my dating with intentional years, I have had moments where I just got tired and I was like, I don't care no more. I'm just finna date him because he fun. I did it last year. Like, in my mind, I have 2 dudes that I dated just for fun. Like, I knew for a fact this ain't going nowhere, but this is fun for the moment. And so when the moment was over, I was just like, all right, bye. Like, it didn't feel like anything to me because there was no genuine connection there. But it's always hard, especially when you're a woman of God, especially when you're a Christian and you're trying to like stay the path, because dating without intention can get dangerous when you're on a path of celibacy, or when you're on a path and you're trying to recover from, heartbreak, and you're trying not to get hurt again. Like, it's just a lot. So I do think it's beneficial when you are on a certain journey and you know that you don't want to settle for nothing else. Like, you literally are in a time of your life where you're like, okay, listen, I know for a fact that I'm a wife, and unless I'm getting married, I can't do it. Like, I can't even be a girlfriend unless I'm literally going straight from we dating, we engaged, we married. I can't do it. Because some people are like that. Like, some people know I can't do it. I can't waste my time. I know several people like, I can't even do it. Like, if it ain't serious, it ain't me, right? So it's very beneficial for you, because you built the stamina and the fortitude to just be like, yeah, I'm good. But I think there are some people who have been so rigid their entire lives when it comes to dating that they haven't lived at all. They haven't experienced at all. And I don't think it's necessarily beneficial for them. So, for example, if it's somebody who was married early and maybe they got a divorce and now they want to get back out there, I don't think that necessarily may be their portion to date intentionally right now. Maybe they just need to have fun. Maybe they just need to loosely experience things and set boundaries. Because just because you're not dating with intention doesn't mean you don't have a standard and a boundary, right? Like, your standard could be, I don't date men with kids who have more than this many kids. I don't date men who have never been to therapy. I don't date men who don't believe in God. Like, you can still have a standard, but don't necessarily date with intention. Like, you're just still kicking it with certain folks. You're just not going to deal with nothing. Like, certain things, right? You can still have boundaries. You can still say, I'm not having sex with these people. I'm just finna hang out. Because I'll just be hanging out. I'm not finna do nothing with these fools. Like, you know what I mean? Right now, I'm in my I'm dating with intention phase. Well, right now, God got me on a whole hiatus, but that's neither here nor there. But some people, like, it's not your portion. Like, if you know that you've never dated for fun, you've never just let loose and just said, okay, my intent on every day is not to interview nobody, is not to really deep down get to know them, it's not to do none of that. I'm really just here for a good time. If you've never done that, I don't think dating intentional right now is beneficial to you, because you don't even know what it feels like to just experience a moment. I once did a post. I don't know if it was a post, a podcast, a blog. I don't remember. But it was talking about how I think women, we don't date right. Like, we don't know how to date. Like, a lot of women don't know how to date. What I mean by that is, like, men do a better job at dating than we do. Because men, when they go into a date, their mind is blank. They're not thinking about, where's this going? What are his 4-year goals? What are his long-term goals, short-term? They're not thinking about all that. They just here. Like, it's Taco Tuesday. I want some tacos. Let's get tacos. That's all they're thinking about. They're thinking about, like, if you just so happen to be a vibe, then y'all vibing. Like, and it's cool. And at the end of the day, it's not so much pressure. I feel like when you're dating with intention, it's always pressure. There is not enough time to just be free and just experience. So I think when we talk about dating with intention, ask yourself, where are you in life? Where am I in life right now? What is it that I really want? Because some of you feel like, oh, I just want a relationship so bad, so bad. But it's like, why do you feel like you need that? Do you feel like there's something in your life that is not being fulfilled? Can you fulfill it in another way? Does it have to be a partner? Because when you're dating with that level of anxiousness, you're going to run into somebody who is going to reach a tease of you. Who the F did I married. Because when you have that anxious energy, it's going to attract men who peep that and who manipulate, who are narcissists, because they know how to pick them. Like, they prey on certain types of women because they can feel that energy. When you come in confident, when you come in sure, when you come in knowing, and they can peep it by your conversation, by how chill you are, by how you not really falling for certain tricks, because they do be trying to like test you. They see that, right? So if you already know, like, you're super anxious, you feel like you're holding on too tight to things, to people. Every time you date somebody, by day one, you thinking about, oh, I wonder if he can meet my family, if he can do this. Yeah, you may not need to be dating intentionally right now. You may need to take a break. You may need to chill. You may need to reset. It could be you just need to be alone, or it could be that you need to say, you know what, let me switch up the routine. Let me just date for fun right now. Like, my process is legit. I meet people. I have no expectations but to have fun on this date and be safe. Like, that's it. And you set your boundaries. No, I'm not going on home with you. No, I'm not finna have sex. No, I'm not finna do none of that, but I'm gonna have fun. And then if it's fun enough, he cool enough, I'm gonna go on another date. Like, that's fine too. And contrary to popular belief, a lot of people meet their person by just dating for fun rather than putting all that pressure on dating with intention. So while I do think dating with intention is beneficial, because I do understand that sometimes you can just get so tired of being tired and making mistakes and bumping your head and doing foolish things. Like, because I know for me, when I dated before, I've dated for fun, and I've dated with intention, and I've dated without boundaries, without standards, without anything, right? Like, so I always feel like you should, all the time, every time you date, you should date with a boundary and you should date with a standard. Every single time, right? But you can still have fun. Now, when I was having fun dating, I was younger. I really was kind of like, I'm cool with just hanging out with somebody for a while and then not going anywhere. I'm cool with that. I'm not cool with that right now, though. I'm 35. I'm not cool with that. So because I'm not cool with that, I don't just date willy-nilly. Like, literally, if I'm not going to marry somebody, I'm not going to keep dating them. That's just how I feel. That's where I'm at right now. So that's what it looks like when you're dating with intention, because you're seeing, do our goals align? And then sometimes you can meet somebody else stuff align, but then they're not looking for what you're looking for. They may not be looking for marriage. They may be on a break. They may just be dating for fun at the moment. And then that sucks. But it's like when you're dating it with intention, your phone gonna be dry. Like, I turned down a lot of people just because I'm like, yeah, that ain't gonna work long term. So it just depends on where you are in life. You don't have to date with intention. Like, you don't have to. Even if you're a woman of God, you don't have to. It depends on where you are in life. And of course, pray about it, because everyone's just not on that step in their journey. So I love what she said. Let me know what y'all think. Hit me up in the comments, like, comment, share. Let me know what's going on. All right, till next time. Bye.